Begin. Let's take off the scores. We're going to activate Nightmare Apprentice. Not activate, just special summon by discarding a card from the hand. We're going to discard our Necrom. Let's talk about our forms of disruption here. We could Ash, negate an interaction with the deck. We could Reliever, pop a card on the field. If you activate a monster on the field, the Sword Knight is going to be able to negate its effect. We also, if you target our monster, we could use the Codal to negate it, but not really a form of disruption, it's more a form of protection. So let's see what else we have from there off of the Chimera Fusion, yes? Okay, and the Chimera Fusion will be another disruption, so 4. Lubellion is going to be searching. We're going to use the Sword Knight, which activates Engrave to negate a monster effect on field. We use the other effect to summon a monster from the deck here. Chimera Fusion will likely pop multiple cards in the field. Now, the Sword Knight, being able to negate a monster activating on field, is now banished away. Now we're down to triple disruption. Down to 3, Chimera, activating to search for the field spell, Ash Blossom, negate. You have Magnum Reliever to pop a card in the field. We have Chimera Fusion to go into a Guardian Chimera to pop multiple cards. We're now going to hit them with the Max C. Into Baron de Fleur. How do we deal with Baron de Fleur? We drawn off of that. Magnum Reliever is going to be protected by the Codal. Now, by targeting the Magnum Reliever and the Codal's activating to negate it, we could Baron de Fleur negate the Codal. But if we negate the Codal to ensure that the Druiswarm is going to be sending the Magnum Reliever will then chain to the Baron de Fleur to pop a card in the field. Do you want that to happen? We don't. So we're going to hold on to the Baron de Fleur. We got our double disrupt. Protect. Muckraker is going to attribute itself to protect our monster from being destroyed by battle or card effect. We keep on drawing per special summon here. It's not looking good for gift sub GB. Wait, that's Earl. What the? We have Wyver Burster banishing to summon itself onto the field as we then go into a Chaos Angel. Big problem now. The Guardian Chimera can't destroy it. The Magnum Reliever can't destroy it. So let's destroy the Baron de Fleur, right? Well, Chaos Angel states that all synchro monsters we control are unaffected by monster effects activated by the opponent. Also, all monsters, synchro or not, cannot be destroyed by battle. This is the hard counter. How do we deal with it? Are we going to have an out to the Chaos Angel or what? Baron de Fleur wiping away now. The Baron de Fleur negate has not been used yet. We still have our Omni negate, plus we're unaffected by monster effects. What do? I don't know what we're going to do. I have no idea. We can't destroy by battle. We can't affect by monster effects. We're going to call by the grave, finger that Max C. I can Max C you. You're not allowed to Max C me. Negate. Now, let's see where we are popping off from here. We have Engraver reborning. As we now Requiem equip onto the Engraver. Ooh, unaffected. It's a nice try, though. Dark Fusion's going to summon... Oh, wow. Chaos Angel for the win. That's it. Now, how do you summon Chaos Angel? You need 2 bodies. What does Guardian Chimera do? Pops 2 bodies. Had we known that they were going to go into a Chaos Angel, we would have tried to use the Chimera Fusion, but Baron de Fleur could negate the Chimera Fusion. If we were to wait for the Guardian Chimera itself for Baron de Fleur to negate, the Guardian Chimera would have very likely been chain link blocked by, let's say, a Gazelle. I think a Gazelle was in the hand, and the Baron de Fleur would have not been able to negate. Interesting duel. Let's hop into game number 2. Right for Patchwork, searching for a polymerization, plus grabbing ourselves an Edge Imp Chain. We're going to be sending a card from our hand to summon our Nightmare Apprentice. Apprentice is going to be searching for the Codal. Colesweed discarding itself to search for the Gazelle. Gazelle on summon, searching for our Chimera Fusion. Chimera fuse it up, Edge Imp Chain and Gazelle for the Baphomet. That will trigger the Gazelle, Baphomet, and the Edge Imp Chain. We're going to search for Fright for Patchwork. We're going to search for a Sword Knight. We're going to send from the deck to the grave and Engraver. It's just nuts that you could even do that. Holy moly, Baphomet, chill. Chimera Fusion Engrave adding back from Engrave to our hand. As we now Engraver. Return back the Adusted Gold as we have our Bestial ready to banish away that Engraver. We can't use Call by the Grave to finger that Druid Swarm. It goes through, it banishes us away. So let's now turn this into a Little Knight. Little Knight will trigger on summon, banishing away that Druid Swarm. As we just end our turn. What? Holy moly. That Druid Swarm really clapped us up. We have the effect of Lubellion searching for Magna Hut. We're now going into the battle phase. Come forth and summon our Baldrake, taking out that Little Knight. And then we're going to be sending to the graveyard to summon our Lubellion. Lubellion's now going to be activating in main phase 2 to equip into our back row. Are regained. We're done. We are done. One and done. That's it. We are out of here. Damn. That Druid Swarm on Engraver just slaughtered us. That was crazy. Let's keep on going. Dragon Shrine, send from the deck to the graveyard. We're going to Ash Blossom, negate the Dragon Shrine. All right. And just like that, let's talk about our forms of disruption. We have to play around a max C, and we have the Pendulum Graph, which will send a card in the field to the graveyard. We have the Baron de Fleur, which will negate anything. We have the Odd Eyes, which will negate anything. We have the Apollo USA, which will negate 2 monster effects. And we have the Masquerena, which will go into a Little Knight double banish. 7 forms of disruption. Now, I say this sends, it destroys, right? You target, and then you destroy, and then if it did not destroy, then you could send, okay? Incoming Machine, add a Metamorph monster from our deck to our hand. Metal Illusionist is going to be activating. Set a Metamorph from your deck, and then if there's a Metamorph in your graveyard, you could draw a card that's going to be negated. So we're at 6 disruptions. We're going to use the effect of Metal Illusionist to turn itself into a fiend. What? It's light. It becomes a fiend. It can now go into Requiem. Okay. Apollo USA, negate. 5 disruptions left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We haven't even used our max C yet. We're going to attempt to activate the Red Eyes Metal Claws from our hand, a special summon. We're going to get negated and destroyed. 4 disruptions left. Well, we did what we could do. Marco, thank you for not surrendering right away. Play through the disruptions. Why not? Have fun. Do as much as you can. And now you get to go first. Okay, let's see. No brick, no brick. We're good, we got a good hand. Incoming Machine, searching for the Metal Illusionist, which will turn itself into a Light Fiend. First, it's going to set up a Max Metamorph from the deck here. We're going to use the Metal Flame Swordsman, searching for the Metal Claws Dragon. Full Metal Dragon, setting up the Max Metamorph from the deck here, as we're now going to send a Max Metamorph to summon our Red Eyes Metal Claws. Metal Claw is going to add the engraved Max Metamorph back to our hand. We're going to use the Flame Coating Metamorph right away, summoning from the deck the Metal Zoa, as the Max Metamorph is going to send the Metal Claws Dragon to summon the Full Metal Dragon. And now let's talk about our disruptions. We have 4 disruptions. So as I was saying, consistently 2 to 4 disruption. The Full Metal is going to negate the activation of anything, but not destroy, not banish. And then we have the Metal Zoa X, which will, in response to a monster or spell card, we're going to be able to target a face-up card on the field, a face-up monster that is. So unfortunately, in response to a Pendulum Scale activating, or I should say setting, you can't chain to destroy the Pendulum Scale with this. That is a massive downside. So we're just popping monsters with this. So between that, that's 3 disruptions. And what kind of protection we have here? The monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. We could send this instead. And then also the Full Metal, it cannot be destroyed nor be targeted by monster or spell cards. And then we have Super Poly to fuse away the field. So 4 disrupt. I'm Seti is going to be adding the King Sark plus drawing an additional card here. The Supreme King Darkworm reborning itself from a grave. We have the Full Metal Dragon, negating the activation but keeping it on the field. Burning for 1800 also. We got King Sark allowing us to reborn our I'm Seti. Alongside that, we're going to normal summon our Skull Crobat, searching for the Harmonizing Magician. Activating the Supreme Gate Magician, we're going to Metal Zoa. This will trigger the I'm Seti. by popping the Dark Worm. Unfortunately, as I said, we can't pop the Pendulum Scale. The I'm Seti's now going to activate because another card we control is leaving the field. We can now send one card on the field to the grave. Uh-oh. Let's get popping on that. We're going to I'm Seti, send the Super Poly away, and now we just have Metal Zoa. That's it. One Metal Zoa. Beyond the Pendulum. We could chain pop the Beyond the Pendulum, and with that, we got nothing left. Nada. TTK, whatever you could do, show us the way. Full Metal at 3,800. Cannot be targeted nor be destroyed by monsters or spells. How do we deal with the Full Metal? Metal Zoa, just a beefy 3,000 attack monster. We have a huge Pendulum Shokan. We're going to be triggering the Harmonizing Magician to summon from the deck the level 6 to go into a Baron de Floor. Baron de Floor does not have to target the Full Metal. It could target the Max Metal. Pop the Max Metal, then it drops down to 3,400. Still pretty big, but it no longer has the monster and spell protection. We're going to be summoning the Supreme King Z-Arc. It is negated. We're now going into our Electromite. Electromite's going to put into the extra deck the Astrograph. We're going to pop a face-up card to then add back an extra deck card. We also drew. We have Exceed the Pendulum. Exceed the Pendulum is going to be adding the Harmonizing back to the hand. Pendulum Evolution. Double Pendulum Summon. Summon again from the extra deck up to 3 bodies. And 1 card from the hand if we want. Harmonizing. As we further go into Psychic and Punisher. Get ready to get punished and pay 1,000 life. Banish away the back row card. Boost to how big? 4,100 damage, 7,500 attack. Suiciding with the Metal Zoa. It just like that. Lethal damage. Thank you to both players. A big fan of watching both of these decks. So thank you for whipping out your Max Metamorph today. You got me quite interested. I haven't really seen the deck in action until now. And then also TTK, the master of pendulums. What do we have here? We got Raise and Unsummon, Ash Blossom Negate. We also know about the new Vanquish Soul support. They're getting a new girl that special summons from the hand and also summons a monster from the deck. What else are they getting? I forgot. They get an Xyz, right? A rank 4 Xyz monster too. Yeah, that one is kind of a turn 2 card though. Mad Love searching for, what do we have here? We got Super Polymerization. The Mad Love can return a monster with the lowest defense back to the hand. We have the Rock of the Vanquisher, which could add a monster and grave back to the hand or summon a monster from the hand. Let's just play this out. Regained on summon Majestic Dragon. We're going to use the Vanquish Soul, continue to reborn a monster from the grave as we use the Caesar Valius to return back our Mad Love to our hand. On the Summer of the Raisin, summoning it into the column of the monster, searching for a fire. Now we could reveal Fire and Dark, destroy all monsters in the same column, wiping it out. Magna Hut, banishing away the Converging Wills, which will trigger the effect of the Regained, returning it back to draw a card. As we also search for a dragon within the end phase. Now the Caesar Valius effect of destroy one other card in the field, it's not going to be happening, right? We need an Earth, Fire, and Dark in the hand. We have Dark and Fire only. We're going to be summoning our Bestial Lubellion, but we already have our Regained. Battle phase end, okay, I think we wanted to attack into the Rock of the Vanquisher, which states that if you control another Vanquish Soul monster, you cannot target this for attacks. You also, maybe you knew that you couldn't attack into this, you maybe did not know that you could only target monsters with the highest attack. Maybe we wanted to take out the Raisin. So we did lose our battle phase on that, that's okay though. Drurswarm, send the Caesar Valius to the graveyard. When are we going to whip out the Super Poly? 2 light monsters on field. It's time to Super Poly. Discard that Small World, fuse it away into a Mood Dragon, which will make whatever attribute we want completely untargetable, trigger and regain to reborn our Drurswarm back in the field as we set a Centurion Phalanx onto the field, which is going to temporarily banish a monster. Now, it targets. So if we could Mood Dragon, declare something like, let's say, Earth before we summon the Caesar Valius, if we did not want to use the effect of making it unaffected, that is a good play to do to play around that. Also to play around Drurswarm targeting. Now, does the Baldrake target? Let's read this. Your opponent summons a monster from the extra deck, you tribute to then target that special summon monster to banish it. So target, Target. Mood Dragon says you can't target the same attribute, and you can change the attribute to whatever you want. So with careful use of Mood Dragon, we can completely counter all 3 of their disruptions. We're going to summon Raisin, searching for a Pantera. Caesar Valius is going to be summoned here. Phalanx is going to banish away the Raisin, thus the Caesar Valius. By not being able to return the monster back to the hand, we do not summon Caesar Valius. Rock of the Vanquisher is going to summon the Pantera into the same column as the Regained, which will destroy that column. Raisin is going to destroy all the monsters in this column. Druisworm will trigger when sent to the grave, targeting the Rock of the Vanquisher, as we just turned the Pantera into another copy of the Rock of the Vanquisher. Let's now go into a Little Knight, say goodbye to our Mood Dragon. Baldrake has no monster to tribute to banish anything. We cannot attack directly. And now on to you. We have, here's the thing. Ooh, uh-oh. Little Knight returns a banished monster back. The Phalanx, when it banishes it, does not return it back. It special summons it back. So on special summon, which is what happened, we now could add a card from our deck to our hand. And because you may be thinking like, oh, that's so bad. That's why you want to sometimes Phalanx your own card that maybe triggers on special summon. We have Chimera, someone from the back row. Little Knight is going to be banishing the Chimera on summon, attempting to search our deck. We do have a Trudea. Here's the problem, though. Let's say we have so many more extenders after the Chimera is dealt with. Chimera's effect states that you could only special summon Chimera for, where does it say that? This card, special summon, add, except also, you cannot special summon Chimera for the rest of this turn. So even if you had some other way to summon her, special summon her, you can't do it. We're gonna summon the Borger here. Oh, it's too much. Too much. Borger, draw a card, or burn for 1,500. Let's hop into game number 2. Are you ready? Begin. Converging Wills, Dragon turning itself into a spirit with eyes of blue. Actually, I was watching a little bit of the YCS, and I saw spirit with eyes of blue being toxic. How could this be toxic? Well, they were using this with Branded. Ain't no way. What is that card? It is the Sanctifier. They're using Sanctifier Dragon to summon the Spirit Dragon onto the opponent's side of the field. During the opponent's turn, special summon both monsters from either player's graveyard onto the opponent's side and the other on yours. So you'd summon on the opponent's side of the field, and then while this is on the field of your opponent, they cannot special summon except dragon monsters. So if they're playing a non-dragon deck, they're completely floodgated out. Disgusting. Banish the Serenir, go into a Heretic Seal. We're going to trigger the Serenir, send from the deck a Lubellion. We got Double Finger and just a Heretic Seal. We also have the Druisworm. I guess the Heretic Seal is kind of, oh, Shifter. That's no good. We're going to have to finger that away. Negate. You have Stake Your Soul, which will be able to reveal a monster in the hand and then summon with the same attribute. By not using Ash, we're able to reveal that Ash, then summon a Fire. Summoning the Raisin in the same column as the Heretic Seal. Searching for a Mad Love to be normal summon to search for a spell. Reveal a Fire and a Dark, now destroy the column. So we're going to be sending itself to the graveyard to spin back the Raisin and then summon a monster from the deck. But now the Triple Tactics talent is activatable to, ooh, Ash Blossom Negate, no summon from the deck mate unless we finger the Ash. Negate, back-to-back fingers, negate this Shifter, negate the Ash. I will now be summoning from the deck. But with Triple Tactics talent, what will we be deciding to do? Either taking control or drawing here? Do we want to draw more cards? Do we care about the Druisworm potentially in the hand to spin it back? We're gonna grab a Dust Devil, which could quick effect flip a monster on the field face down. We're going for that draw too. We got a Borger now in hand. Return back the Mad Love. Borger could draw a card every single turn. Reveal the Mad Love, draw a card. It reminds me of Regained. Every turn Regained is drawing, every turn Borger is drawing. Borger is going to turn itself into a Rock of the Vanquisher, which could then add the Borger engraved back to the hand. Well, we want to banish that Borger before you add it back to the hand. Now, the Rock of the Vanquisher does not target, but there's no other card engraved to add back. We're going to Small World. Build the bridge by banishing a Caesar Valius to grab a Max C. What? What the? Caesar Valius is banished face down for a Max C. We're going to max C in the draw phase. We're going to send Druid Swarm to Reborn the Bestial Lubellion, triggering the Druid Swarm to send Rock of the Vanquisher to the grave. Under max. We already used both of our fingers. We fingered a Shifter, we fingered an Ash, and then now we're getting hit by the max C. It's endless. We summoned the Raisin in the same column as the Lubellion, but revealing a Dark and a Fire, destroy the column. This deck, by the way, is getting support. Good support. Like, one of their new supports is a 3 of that you put in the deck, 100%. Damn. Shout out to Earl GB for playing Stardust Bestial today, though. I really hoping to see more of it cook. I'm happy that you went in on it, and I hope to see more from it. Please don't give up on it. You got really unlucky today. Let's keep on going.